Good morning to sir and everyone. We are from Group 5. My name is Chao Zhengheng and my metric number is 209017. Today we're going to present our group project with the title of Comparison Palm Oil Export between Malaysia and Indonesia. Then I will pass to the next presenter. Thank you.
Good day everyone, my name is Lim Yingzi and my metric number is 278248. I will present the introduction part. What is palm oil? Palm oil is a kind of edible vegetable oil. There are two types of oil, which are palm kernel oil and crude palm oil can be produced. Natural chemical components crucial for health and nutrition are abundant in palm oil. It is a natural source of carotenoids, vitamin E, fatty acids, and other vital fat-soluble micronutrients, as well as provide calories. The palm oil can be used in food manufacturing, beauty products, cleaning products, and biofuels. Next is the history of palm oil. Palm oil has a long history, with the first evidence of its use reaching back to 3.000 BC. But the important period, which is an Englishman, Henry Darby, and a Scotsman, William Sim, were the first introduced palm oil to Malaysia during the year 1910. Malaysia became the largest palm oil producer in the world, with worldwide output reaching close to 11 million metric tons by 1990. Furthermore, Malaysia nowadays still is the world's second largest producer of palm oil worldwide after Indonesia. Moreover, the total Malaysia oil palm planted area shows 5.87 million hectares, while Indonesia oil palm planted area estimated 148,530,000 hectares in 2020. Furthermore, Malaysia production of crude palm oil reached 19.14 million tons, while Indonesia expected 47.4 million tons in 2020. That's all from me. Thank you. I will pass to the next presenter.
Hello, sir. My name is Yap Ching. My metric number is 278262. Today, I would like to present about the analysis of study with my teammate Zhengheng. In 2011, the total export value of Malaysia was approximately to Rm 56 billion, which is slightly higher than Indonesia. This was due to large export quantity to countries such as Sri Lanka, South Africa, and so on. However, the total export value of Malaysia was dropped to Rm 49.72 billion, while the Indonesia had increases to Rm 56.82 billion in 2012. This was due to China and Pakistan import palm oil from Indonesia. In 2013, the Malaysia's palm oil export decreases approximately to Rm 42 billion, while Indonesia also decreases approximately to Rm 55 billion. This was due to countries started to import Indonesia's palm oil. Furthermore, the total export value of Malaysia was decreases to Rm 40.58 billion, but Indonesia had increases to Rm 59.23 billion in 2014. One of the reasons is China imported more soybeans and the sufficient stock of rapeseed beans for domestic processing purpose. In 2015, Malaysia's palm oil was declined approximately to Rm 38 billion, while Indonesia was rising to Rm 63.24 billion. This was due to most of countries choose Indonesia's palm oil because the price is cheaper than Malaysia. That's all for my presentation. I will pass the time now to Zhenheng. Thank you.
In the year of 2016, Malaysia's palm oil export had a rebound that led to an 2.57% of increase from Rm 38.45 billion to Rm 39.44 billion, but Indonesia had a decline of 4.35% from Rm 63.24 billion to Rm 60.49 billion. This was basically due to lower import of soybean and sunflower oil from Ukraine and Russia, leading to an increase in import of Malaysia palm oil. Moving on to year 2017, Malaysia's export of palm oil again had increased 10.09% from Rm 39.44 billion to Rm 43.42 billion. This happening was due to stronger demand especially from countries like Philippines, Pakistan, Iran and Saudi Arabia. Pakistan, as the fourth biggest export market of Malaysian palm oil in 2017, had increased the import of Malaysian palm oil due to lesser demand of rapeseed that was needed for crushing to produce rapeseed oil. Due to Indonesia palm oil price is more cost competitive, export of palm oil in Indonesia had drastically rose 34.32% from Rm 60.49 billion to Rm 81.25 billion. Unfortunately, in year 2018, Malaysia's export of palm oil had declined 10.73% from Rm 43.42 billion to Rm 38.76 billion. While Indonesia palm oil export also declined 14.7% from Rm 81.25 billion to Rm 69.30 billion. Malaysia's drastic drop in export of palm oil happened due to high price in world trade. Besides, high percentage of palm oil export duties had resulted in lower export in India. Europe's import of Malaysia palm oil also declined due to the country import huge amount of soybean, leading to Malaysia palm oil less import. China's import of Malaysia palm oil also declined due to the country's import huge amount of rapeseed oil, leading to Malaysia palm oil less import. Philippines' import of Malaysia palm oil also declined due to country had sufficient supply of domestic coconut oil for consumption purpose, leading to Malaysia palm oil less import. Moving on to year 2019, Malaysia export of palm oil still remain in a decline condition that decreased 4.85% from Rm 38.76 billion to Rm 36.88 billion, while Indonesia's export of palm oil also encountered a decline of 8.6% from Rm 69.30 billion to Rm 63.34 billion. This happening was due to lower demand, particularly from Turkey, Vietnam, Europe, China and India. China import of Malaysia palm oil decreased due to higher imports of soybean for domestic crushing purpose and higher domestic demand for milk emerging from swine fever. While Europe's import of Malaysia palm oil had also decreased due to lower usage of palm oil as biodiesel fuel due to sufficient supply of domestic rapeseed oil. Philippines' import of Malaysia palm oil also decreased due to the country had enough of supply for coconut oil as a result of higher production of coconut oil. As the year of 2020, Malaysia's export of palm oil had a drastic rebound of 98.62% from Rm 36.88 billion to Rm 73.25 billion, while same for Indonesia that increased 22.39% from Rm 63.34 billion to Rm 77.52 billion. Although the palm oil industry encountered a temporary shutdown due to global outbreak of COVID-19 pandemic, fortunately the tragic had changed due to the reopening of the global economic sectors. The increasing in Malaysia palm oil export was due to higher prices of various types of oil in world trade, resulting higher demand for Malaysia palm oil because of its cost competitiveness. Lesser intake of Indonesia palm oil attributed to Malaysia export of palm oil to increase. In a nutshell, Malaysia export of palm oil was in an unstable condition and most of the annual performance were bad results, including drastic declines and only slight incline, except for the highest rise of Malaysia export of palm oil is 98.62% in year 2020. At the other hand, Indonesia's export palm oil was better compared to Malaysia due to more stable condition of most annual performance.
Good day to sir, I'm Lin Yanqing, metric number 277934. I will cover factors that affect the Malaysia palm oil exportations. The fluctuation of palm oil price. The main factor that influences the price of palm oil in the market is the demand and supply of the palm oil. The fluctuation in the palm oil price in Malaysia will make our palm oil export unstable, as Malaysia cannot guarantee the exportation of palm oil with a constant price for a long period. Therefore, other countries will choose to cooperate with Indonesia, which is able to maintain an eligibility cooperative relationship with them. As a result, the palm oil export in Indonesia will be higher than the palm oil export in Malaysia. Exchange rate. As we know, the exchange rate fluctuation will influence the global pricing of the services and the product. The devaluation of the rupiah will make the price of palm oil in Indonesia cheaper and create greater motivation for the local manufacturers to export their palm oil. Therefore, the production and exportation of the palm oil in Indonesia will be higher than Malaysia, since they have a lower palm oil price and other countries will choose to import their products more. Substitute product that have similar uses in the market. Substitutes exist as there are at least two items which can be utilized to achieve the same purpose. Palm oil substitutes include soybean oil, olive oil, and coconut oil. In economic terms, products are frequently substituted as its price increases. Therefore, the increasing in the price of Malaysia palm oil will cause its quantity to export to decrease, since it can be easily to replaced by other substitutes. Implementation of export tax. As Malaysia and Indonesia compete within a similar marketplace, any adjustment in the export tax for one nation would influence the other. Starting from October 2011, Indonesia has significantly increased the difference between export tariff of refined palm oil and crude palm oil. Crude palm oil has become more affordable for processing businesses in Indonesia, and the export to the global market tend to increase. This new export is projected to decrease Malaysia's competitiveness. As a result, Malaysia has a lower quantity of export in palm oil when compared with Indonesia, since Indonesia has a lower palm oil price.
I will continue with solution to increase Malaysian palm oil exports. There are three ways: expanding and increasing the use of palm oil products, improve government's palm oil tax policies, and the proper management of palm oil plantations. Malaysia being the world's second largest producer of palm oil, we must grow its use of the oil in order to enhance palm oil exports. For example, oil palm fiber has been discovered that it is a natural, non-hazardous and biodegradable substance that can be used to improve concrete qualities. It is made from the vascular bundles of oil palm in the empty fruit bunch, which is considered as trash after the fresh fruit bunch has been treated. This suggests that Malaysia has a good supply of natural fiber with high tensile strength, density, and lignin content. As a result, there should be a concerted effort to completely utilize oil palm waste such as leaves, trunks, and bunches in the construction business. Besides that, the second way to enhance Malaysia's palm oil exports is to improve government palm oil tax policies. In January 2021, Malaysia's decisions to reintroduce the highest rate of crude palm oil export tax of 8%, which is slightly negative for crude palm oil prices since it will reduce demand of palm oil from the country. Malaysia exports are expected to increase as a result of the lower export taxes, which will improve domestic price realizations. If not, Malaysia will have a lower quantity of export in palm oil since Indonesia has a lower prices. Proper management of palm oil plantations is very important to make palm oil plantation effectively. In order to increase the productivity of oil palm fresh fruit branches, land selections, planting materials, technical management, harvesting, and environmental factors must all be considered. For example, seed selection in oil palm plantations has a significant impact on the production of desired oil palm fruits. The spacing between the main and the management of oil palm affects the production of oil palm fruits, because the closer the spacing, the greater the chance of being infected the balsam stem root and making the eradication more difficult. And now I will pass to my team members to complete the conclusions.
Now, we can conclude that Malaysia and Indonesia, which are the world's largest palm oil producers and exporters. Besides, the objective has been achieved, which is to compare the total export value of palm oil between Malaysia and Indonesia from 2011 to 2020. Lastly, for the share of the country economy and the standard of living of humanity, the issues of deforestation and biodiversity loss due to the development of the palm oil industry need to be advertised. That's all from our group. Thank you.